Post the launch of The Last of Us Part 1, there is only one project in development at Naughty Dog that we are in the know on. What comes after is currently a mystery. It's not as easy a task to predict how Naughty Dog moves anymore. The industry has been changing in a multitude of different ways since Generation 9 began. Multiplayer live service experiences are on the rise, and remakes are starting to become less of a rarity and more of an inevitability. Story-driven narrative games you know and love from Sony are still being produced at a normal rate. However, hiring has gone up and companion pieces, multiplayer or otherwise, are now a common affair. Naughty Dog is no stranger to their games containing additional content or even post-launch expansions. Since the release of Uncharted 2 Among Thieves in 2009, every Naughty Dog game released has come with a multiplayer suite outside of The Last of Us Part 2. The Uncharted and Last of Us multiplayers later received multiple content updates. Post Uncharted 4 A Thief's End, a DLC turned full game, The Lost Legacy, proved they were still able to deliver the quality experience you expect from them even under a much tighter development schedule. 6 years have passed since then, and developers are finding more angles than ever to assist their IP in commercial success. Factions is currently the only named project we have confirmed development ongoing for. Based on certain industry trends, you can only imagine what could possibly be in the pipeline for the duration of this console generation and even early next. Naughty Dog is a split team again, with a multitude of things in the works. As the team continues its hiring spree, you're able to spot standout job descriptions that point their current projects in directions that were previously unannounced. 3 positions most notably. A senior producer role is currently up for grabs for a multiplayer title you can safely assume is Factions. While maintaining schedules and content roadmaps is a big part of this role, the bonus skills provide potential insight. It asks for proven experience in a production role supporting a AAA free-to-play live title. Factions has yet to be announced as free-to-play, and while this isn't a direct confirmation, this is likely the route they plan to take, even if what's being made could easily be sold at full retail considering its recently announced story-driven elements. Factions being free-to-play sheds more light on potential monetization practices in the works: battle passes, item shops, in-game currency, etc. Things you expect in modern multiplayer games. In addition, Sony Interactive Entertainment has a listing available for a game design intern. This position is not under Naughty Dog, however, and rather a new PlayStation studio based in San Diego, California. This new team is currently offering an opportunity to assist in co-developing an exciting new project with Naughty Dog in a beloved franchise. Lastly, another senior producer role, which originally read, "This high-visibility project is being developed in collaboration with Naughty Dog. Though currently unannounced, we have a clear vision and plan to release. Using our existing expertise and premier talent, we will guarantee a high visual quality bar for the game and a compelling experience for our players." This was later removed. This team is based within Visual Arts Group, who is most recently known for most of the heavy lifting on The Last of Us Part 1. Last year it was revealed by Michael Mumbauer that previously under his leadership, Visual Arts Group had interest in remaking God of War or even Uncharted Drake's Fortune, but was later tasked with The Last of Us Part 1 as it required less overhaul than Drake's Fortune. Amongst this mess was talks of the future of the very profitable Uncharted franchise. There are many different things Naughty Dog could be doing with this new team collaboration. Sony's been trying to figure out how to bring Uncharted back since the second Lost Legacy launched. Uncharted is in between a rock and a hard place. It's an IP that at a base level you could do anything with, but no one knows for sure how well Uncharted can perform without Nathan Drake. Therein lies Sony's biggest problem. Nathan Drake was the face of the PlayStation 3, but not only as a result of being a well-written and well-acted character. He also just happened to be the protagonist of a series that defined what kind of games all PlayStation studios were going to strive to emulate going forward. Eventually everyone was to go down their own individual paths, but Uncharted is the reason Sony is known for narrative-driven games. That, accompanied by the fact that Uncharted sells, is all the reason Sony needs to want it active again as soon as possible. The Visual Arts Group was already in remake territory. It's not unfathomable remakes of Uncharted 1 through 3 are a point of interest. They would sell and Sony would make sure profit. It's a series of remakes people likely wouldn't argue with. Having a visually clear road to Drake's finale isn't such a bad thing. Uncharted 4 was a monumental moment for its genre. Having a series of 4 games come out and tell such a realized story without so much as missing a beat is a rarity even today. That level of consistency is something only a handful of studios are capable of. The ending of A Thief's End was both a very definitive ending for Nathan Drake and an open-ended ending for Uncharted. Nate and Elena found the best of both worlds in starting DNF Fortunes. They get the adventure they seek with the dangerous side of treasure hunting no longer needed, and their kid Cassie with a shared passion not far behind them. The reason Uncharted 4's ending was so successful in its closure was because of the careful balancing act of bringing the story back down to earth and grounding it while still feeling as respectful to Uncharted in its heart. It was done. Everyone is where they are supposed to be. The game is so focused on greed and where it can land you under the wrong circumstances. Drake spends the entire game battling with a passion he can't fully let go of. The final conversation between Drake and Cassie as they walk off frame is the same dynamic Drake and Elena share around a table of history's greatest pirates, except tonally opposite, no longer apologetic of one's self-indulgent obsession. Under the right circumstances, Drake was able to share that passion in a bigger way by letting greed fall to the wayside and invest in a person. That is where he finally got to keep his treasure and why his story is definitively over. Continuing Drake's story would mean Naughty Dog would have ignored the lesson they taught us in Uncharted 4. We will always be left with that same feeling of wanting more. Greed will get us and Uncharted nowhere. There are many places Uncharted can go, plenty of myth left to chase and plenty of cast left to explore. But continuing any character's story has to prove a financially viable decision for Sony. There are 4 options at varying degrees of risk. You can't God of War Nathan Drake and his daughter because they exist in a real-world setting. Drake having seen what he's seen, it's a tough sell that he would find himself in a situation where he would let his daughter go down the same path. I don't doubt Naughty Dog could find a compelling way to tell such a story, but tampering with such a thing is high risk and can lessen Drake's growth that was made in his finale. You can make a new protagonist and start from scratch, a new contender in the world of Thieves, where they can attempt to make people fall in love all over again with a new story. It's less risky as it would be ground zero for an entire generation of new players. Sony's trends lately, combined with Naughty Dog's development interests, make it seem natural that eventually they will make a live service Uncharted game. If Naughty Dog successfully manages to tell a story at the caliber they're known for in a multiplayer environment, Uncharted is going to look very appetizing. Sony wants it back, and Naughty Dog has played with many online stories in Uncharted before. Uncharted gameplay has always lended itself beautifully to online combat, and adding ancient cities to explore with friends is an easy sell. Uncharted's future has been up in the air for years now. Each passing year we get more news of games that could have been but were not. Visual Arts Group collaborating with Naughty Dog is the most compelling opportunity to make something work under a shared interest. Just do us all a favor and let Drake respectfully rest. He earned it.